Drew and Eileen, nice to have you with us today. Pick up those signaling devices. You're going to work right now in the Jeopardy round. Dylan, you pick first from these categories. Fire starter, followed by needful things, it in quotation marks, Carrie, oh, there's a theme here, The Shining, and what's the common link? Stephen King. You start us.
The Shining for 200, please.
This word for illicit whiskey comes from its being made at night. Eileen.
What is moonshine?
Right.
It for 200.
A tantrum. Dylan. Oh, too bad. Drew or Eileen? What is Eileen?
What is a hissy fit?
We'll accept that, yeah. Fits in there.
It for 400.
An unpleasant taste or a type of ale. Drew.
What is bitter?
Correct.
The Shining for 400, please.
Some frogs eat so many of these, also called lightning bugs, that they glow. Dylan.
What are fireflies?
Correct.
The Shining for 600?
A mini studio that's part of Fox is named for this item that beams above the 20th Century Fox logo. Eileen.
What is searchlight?
Correct.
It for 600.
Four-letter verb meaning to move about with rapidity. Dylan.
What is flit?
That's it.
It for 800?
Silvery, reflective, decorative material that comes in tiny bits. Work it, sister. Dylan.
What is glitter?
Glitter, correct.
It for 1,000?
A public prayer or a catalog of events. Eileen.
What is a litany?
Litany. You got it, and you double your score to 2,000. You're in the lead.
3 for 200.
In 2009, she hit the charts with Cowboy Casanova. Drew.
Who's Carrie Underwood?
Yes.
Carrie for 400, please.
Debbie Reynolds is the mom of this actress and writer. Drew.
Who's Carrie Fisher?
Correct.
Carrie for 600.
She's played the Manolo Blahnik-shawed Carrie Bradshaw on TV and in film. Drew.
Who's Sarah Jessica Parker?
Right.
Carrie for 800.
Hollywood Arms, a play by this comedienne and her daughter, Carrie Hamilton, opened soon after Carrie died in 2002. And it stars Carol Burnett. Back to you, Drew.
Carrie for 1,000, please.
She played Trinity in the Matrix films. Drew.
Who's Carrie Ann Moss?
Correct.
Stephen King for 200, please.
Many of Stephen King's stories and novels are set in this state, his birthplace. Dylan.
What is Maine?
Yep.
Stephen King for 4.
Beware of dogs, specifically the St. Bernard gone berserk in this bestseller. Dylan.
Who is Cujo?
Cujo, correct. And with that, you move up to 2,200. We have quite a game going on here. Very close, just...
He's an unusual man.
I'm sure he is. All right, let's get back into this. You have command of the board. You make the selection, please, Dylan.
Stephen King for 600, please.
Answer. This nickname for death row at Cold Mountain Penitentiary is also the title of a serial novel by King. Drew.
What is The Green Mile?
That's it.
Stephen King for 800, please.
Be careful if you mess with teen misfit Carrie White, who has this ability to move things with her mind. Drew.
What's telekinesis?
Yes.
Stephen King for 1,000, please.
Answer there, the Daily Double. And it's yours, and you're in the lead all by yourself. You've broken away from Eileen and Dylan.
I'd like to wager 1,000, please.
Okay, here's the clue. Arnie Cunningham owns the jealous and deadly Christine, a Plymouth of this appropriate model.
What is... Rock. Plymouth Rock.
No, what is a Plymouth Fury? Fury, as you might expect from Stephen King. You're still in the lead. Go again.
Shining for 800.
The folks who make Kiwi shoe polish instruct, once the polish has dried, do this to a brilliant shine. Dylan?
What is buff?
That's it.
Shining for 1,000.
This sphere, the visible surface of the sun, is only 300 miles thick, a tiny fraction of the sun's 430,000-mile radius. Drew.
What is the chronosphere?
No. Eileen.
What is the photosphere?
You got it, and you are now tied for the lead.
Needful things 200.
To break in this piece of baseball equipment, you'll need some good oil, rubber bands, and patience. Dylan.
What is a mitt?
Mitt or glove, yes.
Needful things for 400.
On June 27, 1915, residents of this state needed sunscreen when it saw 100-degree temperatures. July usually tops out at 59 degrees inland. Drew?
What is Alaska?
Correct.
Needful things for 600, please.
To make goulash like Anne Jonji did, you'll need this Hungarian red pepper condiment. Dylan.
What is paprika?
Yes.
Needful things 800.
Latin term for the minimum number of members needed by parliamentary law to conduct business. Drew.
What is a quorum?
Good.
Needful things for 1,000, please.
About 7 inches long, this pinkish gland produces 2 hormones needed to regulate the body's sugar balance. Dylan.
What is the pancreas?
That's it.
Fire starter for 200.
It's not known whether Mrs. O'Leary's cow started Chicago's Great Fire, but it did start in one of these structures. Dylan.
What's a tenement?
No. Drew?
What is a barn?
Barn, that's it.
Fire starter for 400, please.
After 2/3 of Rome burned in 64 AD, Nero blamed this obscure new religious sect. Eileen.
What is Christianity?
Yes.
600.
In 1917, a fire on a TNT-laden ship in this Nova Scotia capital led to the biggest pre-atomic man-made explosion. Drew.
What is Halifax?
Right.
Fire starter for 800.
Shockingly, a 2002 fire that blackened 200 square miles near Denver was started by an employee of this federal service. Eileen?
What is the Forest Service?
You got it. And now the
1,000.
last one. After London's Great Fire of 1666 started, this diarist said he buried a Parmesan cheese as well as my wine. Eileen?
Who was Samuel Pepys?
You are correct. And with that, you move up to $5,200. The lead is yours. Drew is $1,200 behind you, but he will select first in the double jeopardy.